Hey, what's going on, CTK family? Hey, it's Graham again with another episode of Devo on the Go. I hope you're having a great week, by the way. I'm having an okay week. In fact, I'm getting a little tired of this chair. Like I wish I had a more comfortable chair. In fact, one sec. There we go. Much better. Now, where were we? Now, I realize that me switching out chairs behind this desk is kind of a silly thing to do. The other chair was just fine. In fact, all about our reading and our theme for this week surrounds this idea of being content with what we have. And it's interesting because we're going to take a look at a very commonly known passage of Scripture that I'm sure you've heard before, or if you haven't, I mean, it is a very, very popular Scripture reference. And it says this from Philippians chapter 4, starting in verse 10. I rejoice greatly in the Lord that at last you renewed your concern for me. Indeed, you were concerned, but you had no opportunity to show it. I am not saying this because I am in need, for I have learned to be content whatever the circumstances. I know what it is to be in need, and I know what it is to have plenty. I have learned the secret of being content in any and every situation, whether well-fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or in want. I can do all this through Him who gives me strength. Or other translations might say, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. And, you know, it's interesting because this verse has been used to advertise sporting events and athletic clothing, and it might be one of the more popular tattoos that you might see athletes wear on their bodies, right? It's sort of this strengthening, or this call towards athletic achievement. Philippians 4:13. But look at the focus that the Apostle Paul has in the text. What is he talking about? He's talking about being content. He says, I know what it is to have much. I know what it is to have little. I have learned the secret of being content in every situation. Man, that's a great secret. Like, listen, Lord, help me to know that secret, right? Being content in every situation, whether well-fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or in want. And I can do all those things, meaning I can be content in all those things because it's Christ who gives me strength. It doesn't mean that you and I are going to go dunk a basketball or go play running back for the Tampa Bay Bucks, right? But we can be content with what we've been given. Through Christ who gives us strength, we can know what it means to be content. So in light of that text today, I want you to say this and pray this over yourself and your family today. Whether you're in the car, at home, sipping a cup of coffee, whatever your context is, at work maybe, I want you to say this. I'm good with what I've got because of who I've got. I'm good with what I've got because of who I've got, right? And who do we got? We have Jesus Christ. We have God's one and only Son who suffered and died on a cross for us, who invites us into a new joy-filled relationship with Him. I'm good with what I've got because of who I've got. And as you sort of let that sink in, let that sort of wash over your week today and tomorrow and for the rest of the week, I encourage you to listen to this song, to play Peace Like a River. Or It Is Well. Those are kind of the two different versions. It's the same song. Peace Like a River is the original song, but in more modern uses or modern terms, you might see it called It Is Well. This is an incredible, incredible hymn written in the 1830s by a man named Horatio Spafford. And if you want to hear an incredibly powerful story of how this song was written, when it was written, I encourage you to look up the story. Again, Horatio Spafford One of my favorite versions of the song is by Reawaken Hymns. I'll leave that in the description. That's one of my favorite. I think it's a great blend of incorporating old, rich, historic hymns into sort of a modern sound. So if that's something you enjoy, I really encourage you to check out It Is Well by Reawaken Hymns. It's a great way to bring the readings, the theme, the emphasis all together so that we can further our relationship with God and know Him. That's it for today. Blessings.